Lying off the southern tip of India is the island of Sri Lanka, a developing country of 18 million inhabitants. Despite rapid economic growth in recent decades, over half the population still have no electricity. The makeshift alternatives they use for lighting pose a serious health hazard. But there now promises to be a solution, which has attracted the attention of the world-renowned author Sir Arthur C. Clarke.
For many years, I've been distressed by stories in the local paper about children burned by these bottle lamps. In places where they don't have electricity, they've been using lamps made of ordinary bottles of the wick in and kerosene, and every so often they get knocked over, and some poor child has her dress set fire, and often is disfigured for life or dies. And this is happening all the time. So when I heard that a local doctor had invented a lamp which was safe, I was very happy to be able to assist in his project.
Sir Arthur, along with many other donors, gave money towards the project, which was started by Dr. Wijaya Godakumbura. In his work as a general surgeon at Colombo's main hospital, the doctor is routinely exposed to people burnt in accidents involving bottle lamps. It was after years of seeing such suffering that he was inspired to look for an alternative to the unsafe bottle lamps.
She had been sleeping on the ground, and the lamp was on a teapot. A cat had toppled the lamp, and it had fallen onto her body. This happened 8 years ago. She had been working as a domestic servant at a house, and she is continuing that work. She is not married. The only job they can get is really as a domestic aid in a house, because they would find it very difficult to get a job in a firm or a factory or some other place like that where there are several other workers. Firstly, the employers wouldn't like to employ people like them. The other thing is, even they would prefer not to be exposed to that sort of surroundings. They would like to be in a secluded place and earn whatever small amount they can earn.
Dr. Godakumbura developed a design for a safer lamp in his own time and at his own expense. He then found a glass factory on the outskirts of Colombo to manufacture it.
This is our safe lamp. It is short and heavy, and it has two flat sides, and it has a lid which can be screwed on. Because it is short and heavy, it doesn't topple easily, and because of the flat sides, it doesn't roll even if it topples. And because of the screw-on lid, there's no oil spill and no fire can result. This is a typical house without electricity. There are 2 rooms here, and these are typical lamp people living in houses without electricity are using. The narrow, tall bottle and a wick carrier which is just resting lightly on the top of the lamp. And there are about 3 million lamps like this throughout the island.
Kerosene is a cheap option for lighting, but it is not only extremely flammable. Once it's burning, it is very difficult to put out.
She had kept the lamp on a small table in the kitchen. She had bent down to take something, and then the hand struck the lamp, and the lamp toppled, and the clothes were in flames then. So she tried to remove the jacket. She couldn't, and she shouted. Then the husband had come, and he also tried to do it. And then they poured cold water and put off the fire.
Thousands of people every year are burnt in accidents with bottle lamps. This imposes a huge and avoidable financial drain on the country's health service.
When the burn area is less than 60%, they usually recover. Over 70, it's very difficult to save their lives. And when the face is burnt, the deformities are so great that many of them are mental wrecks, really.
The new safe lamp is being produced at a rate of 40,000 every month. So far, 250,000 have been made and sold at cost price, roughly 20 US cents each. The Rolex Award will be used to launch a massive education and public awareness campaign. Dr. Godakumbura's main objective is now to distribute 3 million lamps to replace all the unsafe bottle lamps still being used in Sri Lanka.
I'm so glad to meet you.
Yes.
We have been
I'm very pleased to meet you, and let's see. Of course, it's such a simple idea.
Yes.
But I do hope that this does save a lot of lives, and not just only lives, but I'm sorry for the poor girls who are probably disfigured for life. You know, that's such a tragedy.